Good morning all, and thank you very much for joining me today on this live webinar, where my main objective really is to introduce to you our newest and very exciting range of ornamental horticulture fertilizers. This webinar is being recorded, so if you do need to leave early, please feel free to do so, and what we will do is just send you the link of the presentation afterwards. Anyone on our emailing list will automatically receive correspondence in this regard. So it's really very easy, and you don't have any excuse not to watch or to miss out on any of the information we will be providing. There is also a chat box on the side, so feel free to ask any questions that might come to mind throughout the presentation, and one of my very knowledgeable colleagues will be able to respond. And if any of the questions do become very technical, what we will do is reach out to you later or to give you a call and just answer your questions in this regard. So please bear with me a little while. I'm going to start the presentation, so I have to look to the side and press a few buttons, and then we're good to go. Brilliant. So today I will be introducing to you FloriFeed, which is our fertilizer range for ornamental horticulture. We are very excited about it. It has been newly launched with some exciting new amendments and additions, more importantly. So in today's presentation and webinar, I'll be briefly introducing the range to you. We will be having a look at the range overview. We will also be discussing the market, which we are working with and within, and we'll be looking at the three subcategories of FloriFeed, which is FloriCoat, FloriSol, and FloriTop. Then, very importantly, why choose FloriFeed, and then we'll go on to discuss some of the main ways in which you can do trials, request samples from us, and then very importantly, how to contact us, how to reach out to us. We're a small team, but very eager to help, and we love hearing from you. So yes, this is certainly part of the adventure that we'll be going on with you. So who am I? My name is Keith Kichenbrand, and I am the sales developer within ornamental horticulture for GreenBest. I come from an agriculture and horticulture background, mainly agriculture. I studied at the University of Pretoria in South Africa, and I went on to work as a plant breeder for a good number of years, after which I immigrated to the United Kingdom, and this was for me a foot really in the door in horticulture, which is truly my passion. And I first started in technical sales, for a growing media company, working within growing media. And I then moved on and find myself in my current capacity as a fertilizer sales developer for GreenBest. But to the core, I really am a plant enthusiast and gardener, if I may. I am truly very passionate about this country's horticultural industry and ultimately about plant nutrition, because it is so important to be able to achieve the rest. So a brief introduction to GreenBest. If you don't know who GreenBest is, you certainly will after this, and certainly you'll remember the name. We are a bespoke fertilizer manufacturer based in Somerset, and we produce granulars, liquids, solubles, biostimulants, wetting agents, to name a few. We also include stocked ranges for some of the markets, and we generally manufacture for the wholesale distributor market, but this isn't really where it all ends. We export 40% of what we produce to 24 different countries, and we also cater for specialist markets such as sports turf, amenity turf, vineyards, horticulture, landscaping, small packaging, and so forth. I think the main take-home message from this slide is that we are very flexible. We cater for a wide range of different markets, and we offer bespoke services. So all in all, truly nothing is impossible for us. And I think that is where, it becomes exciting for us. It is wonderful for us to be able to offer various types of products and services. And the sky's the limit, without sounding too cliche, of course. Now onto FloriFeed, which is really where I've come into work to take over and to really run with it. I'm very excited about this range. It is our innovative fertilizer range. It is very horticultural focused, and we have four sort of main characteristics that we would like to speak about in terms of FloriFeed. The first being tailored formulas. So it is a range that has been carefully designed to meet the unique nutritional requirements within horticulture. And it meets the requirements for a wide variety of plants, from bedding all the way to containerized nursery stock and trees and shrubs. FloriFeed also offers balanced nutrition. It includes a harmonious blend of micro and macronutrients essential for plant development, and this is all provided within FloriFeed. The product aims to deliver healthy roots, lush foliage, and stunning blossoms, and these are all traits that are vital for ongoing success. The water-soluble nature of FloriFeed is also very important as it ensures rapid nutrient absorption, which promotes quick and efficient delivery to your plants. Our product FloriSol provides well-balanced nutrition throughout the growth stages of the plant, and it is defined by NPK formulations with magnesium and other trace elements. Then, lastly, eco-friendly solutions. At GreenBest, we understand and recognize the importance of sustainability. And that is why FloriFeed is formulated with environmentally conscious practices in mind. So I might have briefly mentioned that under FloriFeed, we have these three categories: FloriCoat, which is our coated NPK controlled release fertilizers. And within this range, we have about 10 products currently listed. But again, we're constantly developing, we're constantly adding. And so therefore, we welcome any discussion to set up any new ones that you might require. And we are also on the lookout to see how we can further develop and expand this range. Under FloriSol, this is our water-soluble NPK feeds. We currently have 4, and we'll discuss them in a bit more detail coming up. And lastly, FloriTop, this is our top dress fertilizer applications, where we also have a few products, each fulfilling a unique purpose within the growing stage or within the nursery or whatever might be required. So our main market really is working closely with growing media manufacturers. This is for us a very important one. This is really the start of it all. And we are constantly looking to collaborate with new partners to try and understand, how the blends might need to change depending on what goes into the growing media. At the moment, we are very much aware of the drive to peat-free or peat-reduced, and this will often affect the nutrition and the balance of nutrients that would be required. We're also working closely with wholesale nurseries. This part of the market might enjoy coming straight to us to acquire the fertilizers that they require and to use it in their own unique way, whether they're blending it in with growing media themselves or whether they do different blends. This is really for us a very important one as well. We also work quite closely with growers of various sizes as well. They need to incorporate nutrition into their regimes as well. So this is for us a very important one. And lastly, our close collaboration and partnership with distributors is truly invaluable. They really are the eyes and ears on the ground. They know what's going on out there. They know how the market tends to change. And so our relationship with our distributors remains paramount. So if we look at each of the individual ones, FloriCoat being first, this is the new and innovative coated NPK controlled release fertilizer that GreenBest has released. It offers versatile plant nutrition. It promotes overall plant health and vigor, and it is the perfect product for flowers, vegetables, and all ornamental plants, really. It is mainly designed for incorporation within the growing media, within the horticultural industry. So this is a product that growing media manufacturers would really need to acquire, and we feel confident that ours offers a fantastic scope of new formulas and will provide the quality that we are trying to achieve. So this table briefly summarizes what we currently have on offer. It is just a summary showing that we have various NPK formulations. And the main aim of this is to show that the longevity differs. So we have products from 3 to 4 month longevity all the way to 11 to 12 month longevity. And this is really a recommendation for what it might be suitable for using in. So, for example, we have a 3 to 4 month product, the first one on that line, 99.9, which would be good for bedding. But this is not necessarily where it ends. If we have a perennial grower or a nursery stock grower that holds onto a product for 3 to 4 months only, it might be well suited to that as well. And so these products also cater for different formulations, such as containing high K to promote flowering later on in the season, as well as high N, which is a higher ratio of nitrogen and potassium. And then we also have a mini grade controlled release fertilizer, which is perfectly suited for propagation, for small modules, and using within growing media for smaller plants. So this is just a slide to show what we pride ourselves in. We have resilient coating and dust-free spherical granules. This reduces nutrient loss to the environment, which is becoming more and more important in everyday discussions. The nutrient release is not affected by moisture level, the media type, the pH level, or microbial activity. It is temperature sensitive. And the effective longevity reduces the number of applications required, which saves you time and money. Our next range is FloriSol. This is a soluble fertilizer, as the name potentially suggests. This provides the best water-soluble NPK feeds. It is mainly seen to be used within the nursery, within the growing environment. It is a reliable and practical means of feed, and it is optimally used by plants throughout the different growth stages to receive optimal nutrition with ease. So we have 4 products listed under FloriSol. The first being our 412. This is to stimulate and promote vegetative growth in plants, because the NPK or the NK ratio in this regard is 2:1, which promotes green growth and prioritizes green growth over flowering. So it contains NPK, magnesium, and the full assortment of trace elements, which encourages healthy vegetative growth and good color. Then we have a 214. Here the ratio is flipped to be potassium favored, 1:2, and it supports abundant flower and fruit production, which is of course very important later on in the season. We have a 131. This is ideal for use shortly after potting, because the high P in it stimulates healthy root growth and supports bud growth, and really just assists the plant with establishing shortly after the potting process, which can be a little bit stressful. Then lastly, we have a 323 product. This is a balanced NPK formula, where plants are stimulated to grow vegetatively, but also to maintain all the other nutrients required for late flowering. Apologies for that. In this ratio, plant length is favored, and this is particularly helpful in the middle of the growing season. But again, this is really just a start of our range. We are constantly looking, discussing, and seeing what the needs are. And again, any additions and amendments could potentially be made. Then lastly, we have FloriTop, which is our top dress fertilizer. This product boosts plants during the active stages of growth. The nitrogen-rich fertilizer promotes vigorous foliage and deep green hues in plants, and this is therefore ideally applied as a top dress to pots and beds. Its partially coated nature rectifies deficiencies in established container nursery stock, so it is really a product very useful for applying mid-season to late season to really just pick up the plants once they become a little bit tired and in need of some feed. So very importantly, why FloriFeed? Well, we are very proud of the fact that FloriFeed has been specifically designed with horticulture in mind. It has a nice ring to it as well, doesn't it? We have a passion for horticultural success, and the product sees constant development and improvement. Our aim is to cater for the entire horticultural industry, meaning it is a flexible, reliable, and practical means of fertilizing and feeding. We have a commitment to optimal plant nutrition through high-quality raw materials and expert product formulations. So therefore, a really versatile product range, one that is constantly enjoying development, and one that we hope to keep growing. We would really, really appreciate and enjoy doing trial work with you. So feel free to reach out to me or to the team, and arranging samples will be an absolute joy and an absolute pleasure. We already have a lot of our product out there being trialed, being used, and it is constantly being assessed to see how it works with different types of growing media, in which environment, and to see how it performs. So please feel free to let us know if you would like some of our products, to see perhaps an alternative to products that you might already be using. we're extremely open to discussing this with you and to providing you with some of the products and materials, and really working one-on-one with you, closely with you, to monitor its success and to monitor how it performs. And I certainly am very, very keen to visit you in person, and with my background in horticulture and in growing media, to try and understand what best might work for you and what you might need in this regard. So also feel free to contact us. Like I said, we have an email address, sales@greenbest.co.uk, and from there on it gets distributed to whoever needs to see it. Feel free to give us a call or simply to visit our website, specifically greenbest.co.uk/FloriFeed. This takes you directly to our FloriFeed range, but have a look through the rest of the ranges if there's anything that might stand out for you. And if you had any questions, do reach out to us. This webinar will also be going on the GreenBest Academy, and feel free to visit this specific website to have a look at our other webinars. The team really works really hard on them to get them up. So the information is really useful and valuable, so have a look at them. And the upcoming webinars will also offer you the opportunity to gain your basis CBD points, which as a basis member or as a FAX member, I know this is very important and very necessary throughout the year. We are also going to some of the upcoming shows this year, where horticulture is applicable. So the first one being later this week, the HTA National Plant Show. Please stop by, come and say hello, visit us on stand 287. It would be wonderful to see you in person and to just catch up and see how things are going. Then later in the year, 3rd to 4th September, we are at the Four Oaks trade show, where you can find us on stand D88. And quite a bit later, although I think it's going to be coming up much sooner than we expect, the Southwest Grow Show on the 2nd of October. Stand details to be confirmed. So yes, really looking forward to seeing you all there. Come and say hello, and hopefully it will be a very good show and particularly not too hot, especially where Four Oaks is concerned. So thank you very much for joining in today. Thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity to speak to each of you. I'm very excited about what the future holds, and we will be monitoring everything very closely, and certainly be reaching out to all of you. And hopefully you don't have too many technical questions, but if you do, feel free to pass them on, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. So with that, have a wonderful week and see you later. Bye-bye.